have been playing anything else, Kris and Rachel?
Last Friday we started Has Been Heroes, a game we've had since we got our Switch 3 years ago. And we hadn't tried it yet until since last Friday. Yeah. It's interesting. Like it's I don't know how to describe it. I was playing it, Rachel didn't.
I was backseat gaming.
You were.
Yeah, I think it's like it's a roguelite strategy game. But it kind of seems like it has like, you know, the art, like it's got all the RPG elements in there and stuff like that, but it kind of with the way it's set up, as you can see in the video, like the battle style, it's like everybody's in a line and it's like Plants vs Zombies when they're coming at you.
That's what I thought when I first saw it.
Whack them on the head, but then to get to the enemies, you're like running like you're in Miitopia or something, and you follow the map. And yeah, it's kind of it's an odd game. We didn't get very far in it because we kept dying. It's a very unforgiving game. Once you die, that's it. You start all over.
But the controls are really interesting. I liked having to make the strategy on the fly, like trying to switch characters around and try not to kill them. But one character in particular kept dying. I don't like him.
Yeah, every single time we died, it was always one character.
Probably some soft mage or something.
They're old. That's the point. That Has Been Heroes. Yeah, it's an interesting,
all squishies.
Interesting story, but
it's like Bruce Willis as opposed to Jason Statham.
Probably.
Yes, there you go.
Although I don't really understand the story just yet, because as of right now, what we're trying to do is escort 2 princesses to school.
Right.
As one does.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
When
So
you are
I
a
don't
has-been
know.
hero. Yeah.
We'll see how it gets if we get further into it, depending on how good or bad we are at the game.
I like it. It was fun to play. It was kind of addicting, actually.
It's different. Yeah.
Right.
Are there like RPG elements that roll over from each like playthrough? Like you level up a character and later on you can be stronger, or is it always start over?
I haven't noticed yet. Probably.
Fair.
Yeah, I was very taken aback because I've been playing roguelite games like Into the Breach, 20XX, Moonlighter, where like you get stuff that carries over even when you die. But watching YouTube play it on stream last week, it like straight up game over screen, and then it kicks you back to the title screen at the beginning, and that is very harsh.
Oh yes. I need to see if there's like a way to save and figure out if I can just get back to where I was before, because I did beat a boss a couple times. So
yeah, but the first level, there's 2 bosses. You beat the first one, then you died on the next one, and then
after
you have
I had to start over.
all over. So I don't know. We'll, like I said, we'll see if we get further into it.
But it was fun.
That sounds punishing.
Yes.
Sounds like the NES.
Yeah, it does.
Man, yeah, the NES era of games is just so, I don't know, it's so crazy how I guess the business model impacted those games of like they didn't have the technology to make like these long experiences, so they just made it super hard instead.
Yep.
And I still don't understand how kids like I was there. Well, I mean, okay, I was there, and I mean, I was
remember you said your age on my stream last night.
I don't know if you guys know this. I'm 28 years old. There it is. It's out there.
Hey,
everybody knows. Everybody knows.
You're only 28.
Having gone back and played those
I'm not sure either. Was that a joke? Because I don't think that's true. But is that true?
I think there's something. I think if there was a lie detector hooked up, it would be going off.
Yeah, I think so too.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. I'm holding a completely straight face as I tell you I'm 28 years old. So let me just get my trophy here. There we go.
I think you have to be 28 to hold the Larry OB.
Yep.
Sorry, the Triforce of basketball. Yes.
No, those games are still crazy hard. Like I thought when I was a kid, like, oh, well, I'll just grow up and I'll have like enough video game skill to beat these games. And like, I can't beat any of them. No. Everything I couldn't beat as a kid, I still can't beat now.
No.
It's like they've kept those programmers on our whole life just to keep those games impossible to beat.
No one's really meant to be Mike Tyson.
I know.
I booted up Shinobi in an emulator the other day, and I don't know, like 5 minutes into it, I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. Shut up.
It's bad.
It's ridiculous. It's so hard.
It's like Lion King for the Game Gear. Oh.
Yes.
They have that on Switch now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's
didn't
not
get it,
any
bought
easier.
it.
Yeah.
I like how you threw out Lion King on Game Gear.
Game Gear.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
it's
that's
so
where we
random.
played it.
It's a specific Lion King game that just heats my blood.
Yeah. I hear you.
Played it on the SNES.
Right.
Yeah.
Same. Yeah.
And then on stream, I think, Jet, was that like your first stream with us?
That was the very first stream I saw of you two.
I failed miserably.
I think that was our very. Oh no, that wasn't our first stream.
We played Minute.
Never mind.
Minute was our first one.
Yeah, I don't
I'm
even
pretty sure everyone. Oh, go ahead.
Because, like, I know Kris and Rachel had been, like, or we'd collaborated on a post. I don't even think it'd gone live yet. But then I stumbled on your Twitch channel, like, oh, you guys started streaming. Let's see what's going on. And then I showed up for, like, the next one. And that was it.
There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Been showing up ever since.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I can't get rid of you.
I was going to say that, but that was going to be... Really appreciate you, Jet.
That's true, though. Yeah, anything else to add to Has Been Heroes?
No, I mean, it's fine if you guys want another challenge. I'm not sure if you guys do after that talk about the NES games. But...
Yeah, that was the thing that stuck with me.
It is fun.
It looked like RPG Plants vs. Zombies, but also really hard.
Yes.
Oh yes.
And also, if you go on, it's made by.
Describe it.
It's made by Frozen Byte. So if you go on their site and look at their description of the game, it's like the king has one more quest, the most epic of them all, to take the twin princesses to school. It's like, okay, guys.
Oh, that is the
Nice.
game. Okay.
At least one of the missions, that's for sure.
What school is this? Anyways.
I didn't even think princesses went to school.
I thought they were homeschooled in towers, but I guess
Exactly.
I could be wrong.
You'd think.
Maybe it is in his kingdom, and yes, the tower is so far away from where they stay. You have to
Right?
We go through like a haunted forest and frozen wastelands. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. Apparently, it's a million miles away.
You think you'd live closer to your school, but
They're a princess. They can afford local housing. You know what I mean?
right?
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
thought the
right.
princesses just went to Canada.
Oh,
Wow. Topics. Mic
Oh.
drop.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Only part time though.
The Princess of
Yeah, just
Barry,
part-time.
Meghan Markle.
Yeah.
Imagine that, though. The Princess of Hamilton.
Hey, just throwing this out there, she could actually be the Princess of Windsor.
Windsor. Seeing the Troik on the other side. Oh, it's Canadian jokes. Okay, sorry.
I don't get your Canada jokes.
Very funny, Canada.
Uh-huh.
Windsor's like the royal name, and then there's also Windsor, Ontario, which is like a kind of
Yeah.
it's a town.
We also have a
Actually, it's go ahead.
we have a London, Ontario as well, and a Paris, Ontario.
True. Yeah.
There you go.
It's actually Mountbatten Windsor, their
Mm.
last name, believe it or not.
Well, we don't have a Mountbatten, Ontario, so sorry.
Well, maybe that's something we should look into as a country.
Not
That's all
yet.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
The Duchess of Timmins, Meghan Markle.
Oh,
The
imagine.
Duchess of Tim Hortons.
Wow.
Man, we could just keep going. All right, let's
Yeah.
move on here.
The Duchy of Tim Hortons? Nobody? Anybody?
Oh, because
Ugh,
Dutchy,
wow.
because of the donut.
Okay.